some interesting opportunities. And I'm going to start off with the VIX. It's at the bottom of its range, and so my expectation is that we should push higher during October, but we're kind of close to the end of the week now, so we're going to have to see what the employment report has in store for us to see if we get a trend day down in the market on Friday, or if it's just going to be people closing up positions ahead of the weekend and be pretty benign. So if the employment report's not that hot, I still think people are gonna probably bid the market because they're expecting that the Fed just not going to get anywhere. So just something to bear in mind. But it is at the bottom of the range, and if you just look at XIV, it's just at a wall here, and it keeps wanting to try to break out, but it just keeps getting stopped in the mid 38s area, and if it breaks through this, it could probably run back up to the highs in the 40s. And so I'm watching that and seeing what happens with XIV. But I've been buying, been trying to buy it every day on a dip. It's just not getting down to my price, and we'll give it a shot tomorrow, unless tomorrow they ramp it again and then keep it in the range during the day. I just uncomfortable chasing it because I don't want a big reversal to happen on me. Speaking of reversals, let's go talk about gold. And gold sitting on some support here. I bought calls on gold, and for October, I bought the 122s. Actually, I bought them yesterday, and they followed up today. And I bought dust puts, and I bought the 40s for October. And just this morning, I had a downdraft of nearly 10%. So it doesn't take much for this thing to move down. If the players think that the Fed may not tighten in December, we may get a little bit of a snapback rally here in the miners and turn this trade into a green trade for us. What else is starting to work for us has been long natural gas. This is our seasonal play for November, and we've been averaging in during this whole last week here. We're now profitable on the trade. 15.25 is an average price for me, and I'm expecting big things from Boyle. So it may chop around, but my view is that this goes at least to 20, and it could get all the way up to $30 before the seasonal run ends in the November-December area. And so that's kind of what I'm watching, but it's definitely on a buy right now, and that buy signal hit on today's Wednesday, hit on Monday. Let's see what else I want to show you. On the ag side, corn's hitting some resistance right here, but my expectation is after some consolidation, it should drift down. If it drifts down to here, it will. I think it's ready for its moonshot back up to 23 to get back to where it was in the before the big sell-off happened in July. So the yields aren't coming in as strong. The weather's starting to get colder. I published a map on my Twitter site, Bob Loves Hawaii, and just showing where the cold air is just dumping out. Australia and New Zealand are just getting absolutely hammered with cold weather right now, and it's their April. So if it continues like that, it's going to cause disruptions to their ag season going into next year, and we're expecting a very, very cold winter on our side. And in the Northwest, where the spring week goes in, it's already cold and wet there. So I don't know if that's going to be helpful or not to their planting, and I don't think they like to plant when it's too wet. So we'll just have to kind of keep an eye on that. But my view is, as everybody knows, I'm long grains and long coffee and long potash. That's my long-term positions, and I'm expecting doubles on all of that stuff. And speaking of potash, it's taken its run higher again, and so I'm expecting some resistance in this area here, but I'm looking for this to break out and get back over 30. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I'll catch you guys all later. Thanks. Bye.